Welcome to Make a Path Presents. My name is Ronnie Hayes. Let's talk, how did Judy really die in the Walking Dead comic? Alright guys, I have a lot of fans talking to me about Judith dying in the comic by, Judith, just trust me. A lot of fans are talking about Judy got crushed. And I at first was like, I could see why you would think that. But that's not the case. But then when I started looking it up, I see everywhere on the wiki, on this, on that, everywhere saying Judy got crushed by Lori, and that's how she died. And I'm like, well, that is not right. I mean, it can't be right, can it? Because look at the picture itself. You can clearly see the bullet goes through, because keep in mind, she was being shot from the back. The bullet goes through Lori's back and explodes out of her stomach, and you even see at least the leg end of the portion of the bundle of the baby she's carrying. You can see it all jagged. It's being blown through, and it looks like the baby has at least the legs blown off. It just looks so obvious that that's how the baby died. So I'm trying to figure out, well, how the hell did this get started? So then I'm looking, and I know there is a panel out there where Kirkman talked about her being shot and killed, because I remember I was writing notes and I had put it down for a future video and I lost this set of notes. I know it's out there. If someone knows of which video that is, please link it here, let us know. But I started going back and looking at the letter hacks, and in it is definitely proof that baby Judith was shot and killed by Lily. And the proof is in the letter hacks a couple issues after issue 48. Robert Kirkman, I think it's like issue 50 or 51. Kirkman explained that he thought it was inappropriate to actually show the baby being blown in half. But yeah, she definitely is dead, 100%. He also goes on to say that Lori and the baby, and this is in letter hacks in 95, I believe, Lori and the baby were eaten. They didn't become zombies. They were actually eaten up because there was a lot of walkers there, so they feasted on them. But he goes through it's not clear now. Keep in mind, he doesn't say she was blown or she was shot and she is dead. But the person does talk about the baby being shot, and his response is, well, I didn't want to show it graphically, baby being ripped in half. But yeah, she is 100% dead. And he's talking about her being shot. Unless he, worded it wrong, I don't see any other way that is the case. Now, keep in mind, there's also interviews in season 4. Go back when Judith on the TV show was supposed to die or seemed like she was dead. Go back and read some of those interviews. It talks about how baby Judith was shot and killed by Lily in the comic. The bullet killed both Lori and Judith. Now, there's interviews where the interviewer said that, and Kirkman talks about it, Gimple talks about it. Nobody makes any correction about suffocation or crushed. I still strongly believe there is more evidence out there, even though the image to me is still slap you in the face clear that Lori, even if Kirkman came out right now and was like, oh no, she was crushed, I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense, because in the letter hack, not only does the image look like she was shot straight through and the baby was split in two, but you said in the letter hacks about how you didn't want to show it graphically. You didn't think that was the proper image to actually show it, because in the image you see here, it's pretty graphic, but you don't actually see the baby ripped in two. That's what he's saying. It's not cleared in your face, and it's still graphic the way it is. But not only that, he goes on to say, oh, don't worry, the death was instant. And there's numerous things like this. Now, keep in mind, I had to do a lot, so I had to cut my research down in half. And I thought I had that other one where he came out and said it. And I'm almost positive that is definitely out there, because I saved it for another time. If somebody has that, or if people know of that, put that down in the comment box. I'll most likely make a follow-up video. I put a message out to Skybound. I'm like, listen, I need some clarification on this, because the wiki for The Walking Dead says that Lori crushed and killed the baby, and I just do not believe that at all. Nothing that I read so far gives me that idea. So yeah, in my opinion, I think baby Judith, or I strongly believe that baby Judith was shot and killed by Lily Call. The bullet went through Lori, went through the baby, and I think there are little bits and pieces that show evidence to this, but it's out there in fandom that Lori crushed the baby, which again, I think if the baby did not get shot and Lori just fell on the baby, I would now wonder why Rick just kept it moving, because there's being crushed and died like that kids fall out of windows and they can live, and so you're saying the baby got crushed and killed? I'm not buying that at all. Plus, look at the image again. This wound, you want me to believe the baby survived that unscathed? Even if the legs were blown off, the baby's gonna. Which, keep in mind, Kirkman did say specifically the baby died instantly. So if the legs were blown off, that's not instant. Then you could say the fall did it. I don't know. But I would love to hear your opinion on this. If I get confirmation or official proof, I'll make a follow-up video and we will put this fan debate to rest. Thoughts and opinions down below. I'm done talking. It's your turn.
Subscribe now.